Salam alaikum. Alhamdulillah.
Muslim.
Kalimera, Kalispero. Time you're watching this is Mappa. I'm still Tasso here. What's going on?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What's going on? This is just the beginning, boss. That's what's going on. That is what's happening. How are you feeling?
Yes,
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling.
Oh, povero. Povero.
That's how I'm feeling, bro. That is how I'm feeling. But as you
In
said,
the beginning. In the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning. Yes. In the beginning.
this is the beginning.
In the beginning.
Oh, George has got ya. He's got ya.
No,
it's not you.
There we go.
Is a Villa fan?
Prepared. See?
You do indeed.
Like my notes. Prepared.
Yes. Well, look. Before we start, I'd just like to say a quick hello to Steve from the English branch of the Banalimi Supporters Club in Cyprus.
Oh.
We have a new viewer.
No.
He watched the pod with Sim Tandy. He loved it. And he's got nothing but nice things to say about Sim Tandy. As do we.
Good. As do we all.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, without any further ado, let's roll, Tasso. Let's roll. Let's rock and roller. First story.
Yeah. So, first of all, let's say I'm doing it by squad size as per Transfermarkt, which, as we've talked about on X this week, is not accurate or as accurate as it should be. No. Case in point, we'll get to him. However, the first team apparently has got the most players in their squad is Aris.
Ooh.
So here's the big story coming out of Aris this week, and that is that Leo Bengtsson might be going. I mean, it's got to the point. It's got to the point where Fabrizio is picking it up and running with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, after another story. After another story he also reported on this week, he decided to pick up Leon Benson going to Lech Poznan. And they're going to be paying top dollar for him, apparently, 1.1 million euros.
Yes.
The only thing that's left out, according to the Sportbladet reporter in Sweden, the only thing that's left to iron out is some tiny details.
Yes.
Gonna miss his smiling face once he goes. There's not a lot of people in Cyprus that play football with a smiley face.
No, true, very true.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Ari are in deep doo-doo at the moment. Deep doo-doo.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're hearing many things going on in and around the club. I'm not going to say too much, but it's not looking good, Brev.
No, it's not looking good, Brev. Not looking good, Brev. Yeah.
Anyway. Next.
We've got. Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? We've got AEK next, and that is with one going out to start off with. Is Imad Faraj. So they announced the sale of him to Neftchi Baku, and here we go with Transfermarkt again. They're saying that the transfer is worth 700,000 euros, which that's a bit of cash in it.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
So yeah, there's some obviously every time we mention a player going in or out, I've got some stats. So he signed for AEK in the summer of 2021. So he's been there for 4 years. So already pretty good going. Where he signed from Muskron in Belgium. He played 158 games and he's got 23 goals and 23 assists. Got to say as well, he was one of the best performing players for Ajax in that season when they got to the last 16 of the Conference League. And he was also pretty solid last season as well, as very integral to them getting the cup win. Even if he did have a quiet season last season, goal contribution wise. He did leave a nice message to everybody who'd care to read it as well. Dear Ajax fans, with a full heart, I want to let you know that the time has come for me to say goodbye to Ajax Larnaca. These last 4 years have been unforgettable. We've shared victories and defeats, joy and frustration, but above all, a deep connection between you and me. From the very first day, you welcomed me with open arms, and for that, I'll always be grateful. Wearing the Ajax shirt has been an honour. I've tried to give everything I had every time I stepped onto the pitch for the badge, the club, and for you, the amazing fans who never stop supporting us. Thank you to the coaching staff, the management, my teammates, and everyone working behind the scenes at the club. But most of all, thank you to the fans for making this journey so special. Now it's time for a new chapter in my career, but Ajax will always have a special place in my heart. I'll keep supporting the team from afar and will feel forever part of the Ajax family. With respect and love, Imad Faraj.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
That's nice.
He's a nice boy. He's a nice boy.
Yeah. He's a nice boy. Nice boy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sad but nice. Sad story but nice.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Tasso, there's another Ajax player that's leaving, but he's going on loan to Omone Aradipo. Is he in the Aradipo notes? Do you know?
Oh, I didn't put him in either, but yes, that is one that we got sent, didn't we? We got sent that one. It hasn't been confirmed or anything yet. Yes.
So yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Evribido as well. But there's another one. There's another one. You might not even know this.
No.
I
don't know. Okay.
No. I know this.
Okay, well, we'll go into that. Oh, is it from Ajax?
It is from Ajax as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is it?
So, this is Dimos. This is. I've only got a first name, so we need to look it up. This is fresh. This is fresh. But yeah, this is a Cyprus under 19, an Ajax under 19 player called. I've only got a first name, Demosthenis.
Vasiliou.
Is it Demosthenis Vasiliou?
Mm.
Okay, so
forward. He was in Aradipo's under 19s before, and then he went to Ajax, and now he's gone back to Aradipo. So
now he's going to be going on loan.
Okay.
For the season. As well.
That's a very Cypriot squad. But we're going to go into that in a bit as well.
Yes, correct.
Far away for the next one.
Yes, so we've got Ael is next. So 2 players in. We've got Luka Bogdan.
It's a Balkan invasion, isn't it?
It is. I mean, if you've got a director of football that is
from that part of the world. Yes.
You're gonna get a few Balkan players coming in, I think. But yes. So
1 second. Okay. I just want to say, Ivan, I was waiting for your call today. Okay, you're watching. Nutty boy. Nutty boy. Yeah, I love him really, man. He knows I'm joking. That's right. Cool.
There's the clip. There is the clip. But yes, so we've got Luka Bogdan. He is a 29-year-old Croatian centre-back who was in Slovenia, I think, NK Istra. He's also been at Vicenza, Catania, Livorno, Salernitana, Ternana, and Ascoli in Italy. He was also in the RB Salzburg youth teams, HP Koge in Denmark, and NK Krka and DNS Zavrk in Slovenia.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's been through a few teams, hasn't he?
Been all over the gaff.
215 appearances with 10 goals. and over 100 of those in Serie B. So, so yeah, pretty solid. Another one who's come in is Andreas Geravnos, Andrew Lightning. Andrew Lightning has come in, has come back to RL for.
Also, lightning does strike twice. Then.
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
There you go.
There it is. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. So, he comes in following his release from Anorthosi. He played 17 times for Anorthosi after signing for him in summer 22. Yeah. So, I mean, Cypriot goalkeeper, obviously, he's not going to have many appearances. But yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And Akos Keskes has left.
Oh, yes. Akos Keskes.
He's gone Kesh.
Akos Keskes.
Kesh. Yes, Kesh. Yes, Kesh.
Yes, Kesh. Akos.
Akos. Aye.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yep.
Next.
Next one is Achna. So.
You sure?
Yeah.
Have you missed out one team?
No. Have I missed out a team?
Have you missed out Omonia?
We talked about. Oh no, we didn't talk about Omonia.
Ah, naughty.
Omonia. Again, a quiet one, but they've been linked with Matija Nastasic.
He is a beast.
Yes,
he is
ex-Man City, Fiorentina, and Schalke. And I think last summer as well, there was talks about him joining Aris, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So,
indeed.
So yeah, let's see if this time he ends up coming to Cyprus.
Well, look, Henning Berg gave his post-match press conference the day after the friendly, and he ended it by saying, "We've got a good squad, so we're only going to sign players that are better than what we've already got."
He is better than what you've already got.
There's your answer, Mr. Berg.
Yeah. Matija Nastasic.
Anyway. On one Ethnigo.
Yes, to Achna. So, Achna are doing that thing where as soon as it hits 1st of July, that's it. When it rains, it pours. So, first one, I've got Elias Papanikolaou Baig. They announced him. Baig?
Where's that come from?
What do you mean?
I mean, Baig? What? That is that like double barrel surname?
So Papanikolaou
is
obviously one part of it, but Baig is another one. I think it's so from what I gather because of the footballpakistan.com X account responding to the story, with apparently the Pakistani national team are looking at him as well.
Oh, really?
Makes me think that he's also part Pakistani.
Okay.
So he's a 21-year-old Charlie because he's born in Lambeth.
Oh, right.
And he's a goalkeeper who was previously contracted to FC Krasava and spent last season on loan at Achirona Solinisidlos. He's also been at Omonia Radipu, Asilisis, and Nea Salamina. And last season he played 6 times as well.
And he's a keeper.
And
again, they've dressed him up in a home kit.
Okay. Yeah, they dressed him up in the outfield player home kit.
Why?
No idea.
Anyway.
No idea. The other player that they've signed is Rodriguinho. Brazilian.
He does have legs, by the way, guys.
He does have legs. Yes. But yeah, 24-year-old forward Rodriguinho, who's been mostly in Brazil so far throughout his career, mostly in Serie C in Brazil, with a 1-year spell at Chiang Rai United in Thailand as well. Now, stat-wise, it's a bit all over the place. Again, Transfermarkt only has certain details of certain leagues. But what I have been able to see is 18 goals and 5 assists in 86 games, which, it's not your Anderegen or Cabrera stats. So I don't know about this guy. What I will say is a Brazilian player from the lower leagues in Brazil. So this has got Hugo Martins all over it, because
Yeah.
it's the kind of player he was signing for Moniara Dipu as well. Was
Yep.
you know, your João Sidonios, Mika Borges, and players like that. So that's one of his, I think.
Fingerprints.
Yes.
Fingerprints.
Yes.
Well, we got some sad news coming out of Ethnigo as well, don't we? And it's our mate Martin
Yes.
Bergadinov.
Yes.
He's announced his retirement.
Yeah.
He's hanging up the spatula. Hopefully not. Anyway, hopefully
Yeah.
not. Because if he does, we will riot. That's all.
Yes, he needs to do it. He needs to keep doing it. He needs to keep doing them burgers.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna miss you, Martin.
He is hanging around in Cyprus, though. However,
He's just hanging around making burgers, handing them out to kids.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll still be seeing him around. I think.
All superheroes wear capes. They hold spatulas.
Yep.
Chef's hats.
Well, it would help. It would help with the saving, won't it? If you had a chef's hat. If you had the
hot coal.
Yeah.
Do you think he puts a towel over your shoulder as well? You know, the goalkeepers have their towels and they put it in the net, where he just pulls out, puts it over your shoulder, and gets the fucking football out. Lovely.
Yeah, lovely, jubbly. Yes.
Right. The next one, Tasso. I think we might take a bit of a while for this one, won't we?
Hold on, I need to breathe for a little bit.
Tasso's going to do some breathing exercises before we go into the next one, because it involves his lovely club and the shitstorm that we kind of caused on social media today. Sorry, not sorry. Listen, don't shoot the messenger.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
So we might have to wait a little bit on the Athleticon, Podosfericon, or Milan Elinon Copacabana, as there seems to be just a tiny hiccup on things. It's very small, and that very small hiccup is that their money that F8 are trying to send as part of their investment is not going through the banks for some reason. But yeah, basically it seems, or at least it's being discussed, that the banks have returned the funds to F8 last Friday that they tried to pay Abuel for that first tranche of their investment that, you know, the big happy to do was about a few weeks back.
Well, the guy's face on the left hand side says it already. That should have been the first hint.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. But yeah, so most likely,
unless he's pissed off with the new bottle caps, you know.
Yeah, everybody's been losing their mind about that.
Look at him. He's not happy with that bottle. I tell you,
he's not. That bottle's going flying.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but yeah. So apparently, the money bounced back because the source of the money could not be verified. Yeah, exactly. Now, Abuel sent a memo to F8 claiming that if the deal falls through, the deposit is non-refundable. Now, personally, I think that that's because they want to cover themselves legally, that if the money never arrives, then they can chase after F8 through the courts to try and get that original bit of money that they had agreed in the first place. I think that's why they had to send the memo to be like, come on, Western Transfer, Revolut, Check, Mattress,
MoneyGram.
Yeah, any of those ways you can do a deal. Now, on top of that, there is also others like Protathlima that are reporting that representatives of F8 are on the way to Cyprus the end of this week or next week to iron everything out, to clear up any confusions with the banks. And they are also in constant conversations with Pablo Garcia on signing and team affairs. Now, look out for them dressed in like really, really thick coats. I suspect hidden in the lining would be all the cash.
Bosh,
Yeah,
racks,
just yeah,
left, right, and
exactly.
center.
Yeah. But
I've
yeah,
got 300 racks for you, bruv.
I'm really. I mean, I'm not panicking yet. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking.
Malaga RX went on fucking overdrive today.
I'm not worried at all. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay.
Don't worry.
It's okay.
Don't worry, be happy.
I mean, why haven't we announced anyone except for Grape Man? I don't know, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So what's the worst that can happen?
The worst that could happen is we just end up with Bedridis just Bedridying all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, King Fungus and his humongous dungus.
No, that's not nice. That's a bit mean.
It's as mean as yeah. I don't right. Cease and desist letter. I wouldn't mind getting it from Brother Omo either. So if he wants me to stop talking shit about him, he can either leave the club or legally send me a letter to tell me to stop.
Or you could just get this guy.
I'm scared of that guy. I'm scared of the other guys you could send.
Yeah, yeah, true.
But at the moment, they don't like him, so it's fine.
But yeah, true, very true. Yeah, we'll take that into consideration as well.
Yeah. Now, in the meantime,
yes,
the social media accounts have put up a video saying what I think is absolutely nothing, but they're basically something is coming. This is just the beginning. Get ready to level up.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. What do you think it is, Thasso? It's just the beginning. Now, I don't think they give away any clues in that. Okay.
No.
The only hint I can think of, it's the beginning of a new collaboration. The colors are black and white and gray. Could it be a player that's joining from a club with those colors? I don't know. Pass.
What Brazilian team has got those colors? Santos?
Corinthians?
Corinthians.
It might even be a second division team, man. Because don't you guys have a collaboration with a team out there?
Fluminense, isn't it? That's
is it
how
Fluminense?
That's how we got. Hefte on loan. That's how we got Vitor Mir in. I think Pereira as well was from Fluminense as well. So
trying to think now.
So I don't know. Either way, right? There's outgoings at Abuel.
Yes.
So Ivan Alejo, yeah, that came up a few hours ago. Bienvenido Ivan Alejo to Valladolid. I mean, personally, I just say good luck to him. His stint at Abuel didn't work for anyone involved except for Manolo Jimenez, who probably got some commission out of it.
Allegedly.
I'm alleging it. But yeah, he leaves Cyprus having played 6 games. I mean, he didn't even get an announcement on social media from the club for it.
No, he didn't.
At least not one that I've seen. I've not seen anything from the club saying he hasn't even been thank you'd. It's unbelievable.
No, they just announced his departure, didn't they? They just announced it. They didn't even put the graphic.
No graphic, no nothing.
Maybe the social media person was on holiday. Or maybe they were making that video. It took them this long to make it.
Ah, yes. It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning of the clear out. Because
yes,
the other person on the screen that you had up there is one Marquinhos. So who's after Marquinhos still?
Karabag.
Karabag.
But apparently, Abuel want 2 million for him. I tried to take that out just before you spat your drink out.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the microphone after 1.5 broadcasts. Yeah, yeah. 2 million. I mean, maybe before the start of last season. Last season was a disappointing season for him, as well as a lot of the experienced players at Abuel. He had a few injuries, but yeah, 2 million's a lot for a player from Cyprus in general. Never mind for one who had a disappointing season as well. But
maybe it's just the same tactic as what they did with Sacha with the Greek team, like overvaluating him, and hopefully to scare the team off. I don't know, or maybe they're just so deluded that they think they can get 2 million for him.
Why not both?
Guys, if you're watching, what do you think? Is he worth 2 million? Would you pay 2 M's for Marquinhos? I don't know.
I wouldn't pay 2 M's for him.
No,
but I would pay 2 M's for him after the league win, because he was very, very good for us in the season where we won the league and the season before. But last season, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone else who's gone from Abuel is one of the youth players.
Yes.
And this is Bike announced another fear the flank signing.
Fear the flank.
Fear the flank. But yeah, 17-year-old was top goal scorer in Cyprus for his age group in the 23-24 season, and has been capped by the under-17s national team. So I suspect that he's probably going to be moving on up after this season. Yeah, keep an eye on that fella.
I've got his name there twice.
Yep, I don't know why they've done that. Philip Bokinovstas.
Okay.
Red.
Well, there's something else.
Red roast.
There's something else which I'm going to bring up on the screen now because hopefully it works. Okay. This is Transfermarkt, and they claim, the Supersport journalist claims that Chebak has signed for Krasava, right? Now, a couple of weeks ago, we were looking at Transfermarkt, and they had a whole list of players that Krasava had signed, with Chebak being one of them, but also Spoljaric is on that list.
Yep.
And he told us today, Spoljaric trained with Anorthosi, so can't pay too much attention to what Transfermarkt puts.
Exactly. So, moving on.
Yalla.
Moving on. So, Paralimni, they had their press officer come out earlier on this week and said, we've got like 9 players to announce. We're going to be doing it over the next few days. Proceeding over today, where they just went. So we've got Marcus Custer is in as a 31-year-old Austrian goalkeeper.
General Custer.
Who's oh God! Hopefully it doesn't turn out like the Alamo. Yeah. You've got SV Mattersburg in Austria, Karlsruhe in Germany, and FC Winterthur in Switzerland. So all those places speak German. So it's the first place he's come to where they don't speak German. We've got Spiros Rizvanis, a 31-year-old Greek defender who's just finished at Michalovce in Slovenia. He was also at Slovan Bratislava and Dunajska Streda in Slovenia. He was also at Anorthosis, at Romidos, Olympiakos Piraeus, Panionios and Panathinaikos. Now, here's some stats for you. 300 appearances, 10 goals and 3 assists. Now, disciplinary-wise, Spiros Rizvanis in those 300 games has got 97 yellow cards.
How many?
97 yellow cards.
Flipping hell.
and 7 reds.
Well, that's not bad, but flipping hell.
Can you imagine? They've got Prosper Mendy version 2. He's basically gonna like. You've got your yellow card bet for every game this season, right? Every game he gets announced in the team sheet, he's going to get a yellow card. Get onto copy bet. Get onto copy bet on it. Yeah, so you do the copy and you do the bet. Copy and the bet. Yeah. So we've got that one, and then we've also got Emmanuel Sakic, which is a 34-year-old Austrian central midfielder from CSKA Sofia. There's a lot of Austrians. I wonder why they've got a load of Austrians coming in. Do you know why they've got a load of Austrians coming in? Weird, isn't it?
Maybe it's just a coincidence that the head coach is Austrian.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know how many of these Mido was involved with, but I doubt the Austrians him. But anyway, Emmanuel Sakic, CSKA Sofia. He's also played for AEK Kifisias, Ionikos Nigeas, Aris Thessaloniki, Sturm Graz. We've got other Austrian teams like Altash, Lustenau, a team called FAK, and Rapid Vienna second.
You what?
It's FAC, all right? It's FAC, but it's capital letters. So it's FAK.
Stop. I can't do this again. I can't have the laughing fit again. Sorry.
It's FAK.
Sorry, anyway. I just had the image of the iron sheet going, fucking bullshit. Sorry.
So yes, Emmanuel Sakic used to play for FAK. 419 appearances, 10 goals and 11 assists. Not bad.
Interesting.
Not bad. He's 34. So,
okay.
So that's why he's got all those appearances in. Now, one person who will not be signing for Paralimni is Mr. Serge Tabeku. Ich liebe es. Fuck! So, the player is not joining the club due to personal reasons, in inverted commas. Yeah. Now, it means then that I have no reason to say Chongqing Tongliangyong ever again.
Unless he re-signs for Salamina.
Yeah, or, he ends up joining Agrida or somebody.
Yeah. Fair.
Let's see. Fair. Let's see. One more thing for Paralimni.
Yes.
Did you vote on their away shirt?
No, I didn't. But if I'd have known that we could vote for it, I wouldn't have gone for this monstrosity.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I don't mean Michael Jackson bad or Joe Jackson bad, or this is bad.
It looks like a Coventry City kit from the 70s.
It doesn't even look like that.
No?
It doesn't even look like that. Honestly, it actually looks like a waist jacket.
No, you know what it looks like.
You know what it looks like? They're going to play snooker with it.
It looks like a deck chair from the beaches, at Margate or something.
Oh, get out of here! Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside.
I mean, to be fair, Paralimni is near Brodara, so
yeah, facts.
Yeah,
good geography there. Well done.
Thank you.
Right, before we move on, remind me of the goalkeeper's name again.
Ivan Kostic. Oh what? No, the goalkeeper they've signed. The other goalkeeper they've signed. That is Marcus Kuster. Right.
Check this out. This is going to blow your mind. Yeah? This is going to blow your mind. I said General Custer, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this is I don't know if you can see it.
Yep.
Can you see it? Right.
George Armstrong Custer.
Yeah. But you scroll down, Thasso, Custer's paternal ancestors, Paulus and Gertrude
Custer.
Custer. Come on! He's related to him, bro. He's got that bloodline.
Oh dear.
Bro, he's gonna come in like Hulk Hogan. I am a real American. Yeah, man, come on. Can you imagine he comes onto the pitch? Just pulls his shirt like that.
Oh dear.
Brother!
Hold on. Oh no, he's German. Never mind. Because they've signed Serbs and Croatians. Well, I was going to say Brater, but
Brater, yeah, no, he's Austrian. Bruder!
Bruder, yeah.
With 24-inch pythons! 24 pythons! What you gonna do when Custer comes right on you, brother?
Right.
Eat your vitamins.
Anyway.
Say your prayers.
Anyway, we spent a long time on Baralimni. We've got
Oh, come
more.
on.
We've got more.
Come on.
We've got
Sorry.
more. Fuck! It's that kind of day.
This show's so stupid. All right, carry on.
Yes. Well, that's it for Baralimni. We've got
Oh.
the next club to talk about. And it's the bit that I'm going to enjoy of today. Because we've got to talk about Apollon, right?
Yes.
Now, before we get to the main event at Apollon, let's first mention a thank you. They thank you Vernon DeMarco.
Uh-huh.
So,
Good old
32-year-old. Say again.
Good old Vern.
Good old Vernon DeMarco. As his name states, he's a 32-year-old Slovakian defender. He played 27 times. And so he played 27 times for Apollon, and then he was released, and then pretty sharpish soon after, he was announced by Panserraigos in Greece.
Okay.
So that's that. Now the meaty one, which I wasn't expecting to be meaty news, because Apollon have signed Arabios Vrikis from Karmiotis.
Come on.
Now,
come on.
I was surprised by this signing because Vrikis wasn't even playing that often for Karmiotis. He was like coming off the bench a lot, but yeah, I thought it was a bit of a strange one. But then I had a look at his team history, right? So we've got he was in the Primavera teams for Torino, Padova, and Napoli. So,
Okay.
so obviously there's something there,
Yeah.
right? Now, Sofroni as well was the one who brought him into Karmiotis last season.
Correct.
So that makes sense as well. However, the main reason this is a main event for us is that obviously Apollon last week signed Andreas Shikis. So you've got Andreas Shikis and Arabios Vrikis.
Yes. So some might say you have Vrikis and Shikis.
Correct.
Which means only one thing, Tasso.
Vriki siki, vriki siki, holobenun, vriki siki, δεν μας στάνουν, vriki siki, χορεύει και ελκύδα με το ρυθμό. Vriki siki, γκολ και χαμός, Απόλλων Θεός. Vriki siki.
Banger. Absolute banger. If that isn't in the
Vriki.
clubs in Lemeso this coming season, Gadishi says. That's all I'm saying.
I tell you what, those two better have a good season. Otherwise,
Oh man. And do you know what made it even sweeter? Put that song out on Instagram.
Yeah.
And not only did Vrikis liked it, he followed back. Come
Yes.
on, my guy's got a sense of humor.
Beautiful. What about Shikis? Where's he at?
No, I don't think he hasn't liked it, but I'm sure he follows.
Okay, but he hasn't liked it.
Don't
He hasn't
think
liked
so.
it. What's wrong with him? Sense of humor. Come on, Vrikis, Shikis. No.
Let me check. Let me check.
Vrikis, Frickies. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
He hasn't liked it. He hasn't liked it. Maybe he's on holiday.
No, 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 no. They're back at pre-season, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
but
he
anyway.
hasn't said his Instagram.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Can I play one more time?
You can play it one more time.
One more time.
Fricki, sicki, Hollo benun, fricki, sicki. Vem as benun, fricki, sicki. Kore biker, kida me to rithmo. Fricki, sicki, gol que hamos. Apollon feos.
Yeah, Habibi. Beautiful.
Fricky shiki.
Come on, man. It's catchy.
It is. It is. It is.
Oh, we got some people watching live. What do you make of that song? Come on.
Fricky shiki.
That's got to be in the clubs in Lemesot.
And if you go on Instagram, there's a full version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well done. Well done. Gives me the opportunity, Thasso, to plug our Instagram and our X at This Is Mappa, and yours is at Flares Cafes. Voila. See? Very good timing, my friend. Very good timing.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
There you go. Summer banger. You know this, Alex. Come on. You know this. Downloading it now. Rumors 2025. Yeah, I just need Chris to play it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to him. You know, I'm gonna send it to
Chris
him.
on it.
I'm gonna say to him, if you see them in rumors, you're playing it, and if you don't, I'm gonna punch you, and I'm gonna kick your dog as well, like in Anchorman, where he gets a dog and he boots it over the fucking bridge.
Oh, the glass cage of emotion.
Anyway.
Fuck. Anyway.
You're gonna get me on that one again.
Anyway. Okay, let's go. Omonia Radipo, right?
Yes.
So we've got they've got two ins. We've got Konstantinos Pandeli. That's some hair on him. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's some beautiful hair on that guy. So yes, there's 20-year-old Cypriot central defender. Played for AES last season. Is part of the Cyprus under-21 squad. Part
of Omoni's academy, mind.
Another one.
Yes. Good lad. He's a really good lad. Spoken to him a couple of times, man. Good kid. Good kid. Yeah. I'm wishing well.
And another one that they've signed is Jali Mouadib. This is a French attacking midfielder, 24 years old, who started off in Lille, went to Angers and US Avranches, and then he spent the last 2 seasons in Romania at FC Botoșani. 124 appearances, 21 goals and 10 assists. That's a pretty good...
It's not bad, you know.
Yeah. So let's see. He's also got 3 caps for France's under-19s, where he also scored a goal against Italy. So
okay,
you know, I think that's a very underrated signing. I think he's going to turn some defenses around. That guy.
Yep. Let's see.
Yep.
Right. Now, next,
we've got Bafo. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it last week about kind of they've got a lot of work to do this summer to replenish players who have gone. And you know, it hasn't been announced yet, but we still haven't heard anything about David Goldar's situation.
Yeah.
And if he goes, it's going to be a massive problem for them to fill.
Yeah.
Now, one they did announce, which we knew already because he was on loan, is Jonathan Silva. So basically, they've announced that they haven't signed him on after his loan from Getafe. Last season, he played 36 times and assisted in 7 goals. So that's again, pretty good assist rate for a fullback. It's not 40, you know, like one Jan Lesiaks that you interviewed.
Yes. You got 17 that season in total.
Oh, sorry, I said 14, not 17. Right, yeah. Okay. Now, another one who is not out the door yet, but he's got 1 foot out of it at least, is Ivica Ivosic. So I mean, yeah, we're just waiting on confirmation now. They're basically going to thank you him. He was signed for €2 million. Was it 2 or 3 seasons ago now? 2 seasons ago.
2, yeah, 2.
Yeah, and I mean, despite me saying constantly saying he wasn't worth it, he was their main goalkeeper for both their cup and their league wins. So what the fuck do I know about anything? But yeah, according to Croatian media, he's signing for Hajduk Split for €500,000. So they're making a big old loss on him as well. It does. I mean, hopefully they kind of, they look at their current goalkeeping lot and think, they're not bad. It'd be nice to see. It'll be nice to see Neofidu get some more game time.
Look, I know we're gonna speak about the next guy coming in.
Yeah,
this has got Omonia vibes for me, in the sense that when we won the league, we didn't strengthen in the way that we should have.
Yeah.
And I look at them. All right, they got Jaja in permanently. They got Anderson Silva in permanently. They brought in this left back, but you can't go another season playing 50 odd games like they did last year. Now, well, we don't know if they're going to qualify for the Champions League group stage. They might get into the Europa League. They might get into a Conference League. But of course, they won a better last season. So you'd expect them to sign players at least. I mean, okay, I know they've got a European game in 11 days, something like that.
Yeah,
something like that, isn't it? 11 days. When is it?
Yeah.
That'll be the 20th, 24th. 22nd. Anyway, whatever it is, 11, 12 days, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Even if they sign a couple players between now and then, right? Getting them to bed in is going to be very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. Oh, okay, 22nd of July. Okay, there you go.
Thanks, Alex.
So, I don't know, man. Like it's got Omonia vibes for me, in the sense that they're sitting on their hands. And you can't afford to do that. You can't. Now, maybe they're looking at the rest of the league and they're thinking, well, no one else has really, the contenders, or the ones that will be contending, haven't really strengthened to the point where they're going to be looking over their shoulders thinking they're going to be a problem next season. But you can't be complacent either. And I'd be very surprised if they don't bring in a couple of big names. I'm not just about names, I'm about big names. Because Dubov has been talking the talk recently, man.
Yeah, but as well, they've kind of moved away from getting the big names in. Like, I mean, you saw the last couple of seasons, they've not gone in for trying to bring in these massive names in now. They've just gone in for...
Well, no, but they signed Ken Sema and they signed Orsic.
Yep.
And for Cyprus standards, they're big names.
Yep.
Sunic.
Yeah, Sunic. But again, we're talking about Sunic and Orsic. There's been rumors about them leaving this summer as well. So, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I mean, this guy that they've brought in, Bruno Langa, is basically Jonathan Silva's replacement.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know if he's going to be as good. He's from UD Almeria. Again, is another loan signing.
Yep. Is there an option to buy on that one as well?
I don't know. Okay. But yeah, we've got
another Bruno as well.
Yeah, Bruno's everywhere. Bruno's everywhere, and not a Bruno to drink. That got away from me. Anyway, yes. So we've got Chavez in Portugal as well for Bruno Langa, Mozambican left back. He's 148 recorded games in Europe, because again, Transfermarkt only gives you stats on certain leagues. He also has 23 appearances for the Mozambique national team.
Okay, fair enough.
Now,
well, look, from what I've seen of the lad, he can tackle. Like, he loves a slide tackle, right? So, we know that wingers in Cyprus don't like the physical game.
They do not.
But the concern that I do have for him is that he leaves a lot of space. And if he's coming across a winger that's got a lot of pace, granted, he might be able to match him for pace. And he's certainly quicker than Jonathan Silva. But again, if you're going to be going for that swashbuckling, attacking fullback method, you're going to need cover. And obviously, Goldar was very good at that. Lucasen was good at that. And obviously, not Sunic, what's that?
Saliha.
Saliha, he's gone.
Yep.
So who have they got at centre-back apart from Lucasen? Who have they got?
That's a very good question. I don't have an answer.
Who have they got?
Because the other guy, the Moroccan lad, he was on loan from Charleroi, he's gone as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at their squad now. Lucasen and Kochiev, the Russian guy.
Who was on loan last season to...
He was at...
he was on loan somewhere.
Rodina Moscow.
Oh, good. So their club, the Dubov club in Russia. Yeah.
So that's it. They've only got 2 centre-backs on their books.
Yeah, that's not...
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I think Mustafa Nam's come back from his loan as well. What, they're going to play him at centre-back?
It's not looking good, Brev.
It's to be honest, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary because this time, we were saying about a month and a half ago that, if they get things right in the summer, we could be talking about Buffalo dominating for many years. And obviously there's still a lot of time left. And the league doesn't start till when? End of August? Mid-August?
Middle of August.
Yeah. So we've got about a month and a bit. Let's say 5 weeks. Right? Yeah. And then you got the end of the window. But Cartagena ain't going to want to bring players in on deadline day. They're going to want to do it. I'm just saying, I said it on Power Up on the members area. This is a big season for Omonia to win the league, bro. Like everything is like falling in our favor at the moment. You look at what's going on at Ari, they're struggling.
Yep.
Right? You're looking at Buffalo, they're struggling at the moment. You're looking at Ike, okay, new head coach, but Faraj is gone. You don't know what new players are going to do. Obviously, you guys are struggling. It's only Abolon and Ireland. It's a transitional period, whereas Omonia have got a squad there that's been together for at least a year.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But I'm a bit shocked about the way Buffalo has gone about doing business at the moment. It's a weird one.
It's really crazy, really bro. One. For me, it's crazy. Because look, again, I'm not expecting them to behave like an elite club, but you do see once the season ends, a lot of clubs across Europe do these pre-agreement announcements and say, yeah, this guy's coming. I mean, look at Liverpool. Okay, bad example, is a huge club. I get it. But the moment the season ended and they knew about Alexander Arnold leaving, they signed, was it Boateng? They signed Wirtz. Like, they're almost ready to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. So.
Yes. Next one. Next one. So, Anorthosis. Have you got any ideas here? So basically, for people listening, Anorthosis have put out a cryptic post where it says, "Stay tuned," and there's a load of Greek flags on like old style TVs.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
Look, we know their political allegiance, right?
Yeah.
Now, on the one hand, I'm thinking, have they got a collaboration with a Greek club? Is that on the cards? I'm thinking, I'm trying to piece it together. Have they signed any players from Greece regularly, or have players left them to go to a club in Greece? The only one I can think of is Volos, really.
Well, George is...
Oh, are you serious?
If that's it.
Is that it, George? It's for away tickets for Ari Thessaloniki. Oh my god.
If that's it,
Oh
what a
my
load
God.
of bollocks. What a load. What a load.
Oh my
What
good
a
lord. That's going in the book. That's going in the book.
It can't
That's
be.
that's going in the book. This is Mappa the book, or should I say the book of Mappa? Seems like it because it doesn't. Wow.
It can't be, man. It can't be.
George, I'm disappointed.
No,
I'm actually
man,
disappointed.
There's got to be something else.
That's wild, bro.
It can't be just, oh, here's an announcement for away tickets to a friendly in Greece.
Let me have a look. Listen, why would he lie? Oh my god, he's right.
Is that it? Is that all it was for?
Yeah.
I was getting excited. Like, who are they going to bring? Are they going to announce a signing?
They announced the start of ticket pre-sale for the friendly match against Ari Thessaloniki on the 17th, 8 o'clock kickoff. That's it. If you want to attend the game, if you
shit.
Oh my god, Thassa, it gets even better.
What?
It gets even better. Let me bring up on the screen. Flipping hell. Flip it out. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right. So that's the announcement. Yeah?
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, I lost
15.
it.
Oh my god.
No. You got email Pavlo.
You got email Pavlo.
Email Pavlo.
No. And the other one, right? Look at the price of the tickets. It's a standard ticket is €15, and a student ticket is 15 euros.
So what's the benefit of being a student? None.
Absolute joke. Absolute joke. What?
Unbelievable. Wow. And did you see the club president's Instagram story? We put that thing about the journalists.
No, God, yeah.
Like what?
I don't know, man. Sometimes I think he's like the solid, a good solid pick for president for Anorthos is right now because he's going to steer the ship correctly. And other times I'm thinking, oh, the guy's an idiot. But you know, he
like literally wears his heart on his sleeve. Literally, but you could tell he thinks and behaves like a supporter.
Yeah,
because he's a supporter.
Yeah, but
as a club president, you got to operate a certain way, man.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Stella's gonna have grey hairs by the time she fucking leaves that club.
Yeah, she's gonna have to. The amount of time she's gonna have to release a statement being like, "No, what he actually meant was," and try to twist it round.
Yeah. George says, I was buzzing for 2 days thinking we had an investor. Guy Harulles, man. Harulles.
Now, we're going to have to go abroad.
Before we do that, have you seen the new kits?
I have. But maybe do you want to leave talking about the new kits on, say, do you want to talk about it on, say, something else?
Yes, I haven't actually told anyone about this. Well, I've put it on social media anyway. But guys, we have a Patreon for This Is Mappa, and we're going to be doing additional content. So you're not going to have to just part with us once a week. You can pay to watch us do more. So I think you're right, Thasso. It's a good idea. We can do a show on the new kits. Maybe we get Aaron back.
Yeah, that's it. And then rate the kits.
Yeah.
That's it.
Superb. There you go.
Idea, man. Yeah.
Well done. Okay.
Yes.
Yalla, let's move on then. Let's move on to the next one.
So now we're going to have to go abroad because for some reason, I think we're going to have to stick around in Romania quite a lot this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dynamo Bucharesti, after they signed Apollon's Hamburg, They then announced the signing of Andreas Garo. So he's gone. Andreas Garo has gone to Dynamo Bucuresti. Now, another one who's gone to Dynamo Bucuresti is Jordan Ikoko. You remember him?
Yes.
You remember
Yes.
Jordan Ikoko?
Of course.
Now, okay, so he's finished with Omania to Furious. That's fine. He signed for Dynamo Bucuresti. Is fine. However, this is the one that this is the one that got me. Is this Epasi, Karmiotisas goalkeeper Epasi has signed. I mean, it's difficult to explain how he's signed for them, but in essence, Devis Epasi has moved to Dynamo Bucuresti, and the reasoning behind it, according to this Romanian website that I found, is that because his partner is Romanian and wanted to move to Bucharest. Now, the second thing I found, and this is why I was thinking that maybe we'd get the Demosthenes theme tune, is that
okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. We don't need it. We don't need it. Is that in the announcement from Garmio that the sale's gone through, they said it was a record transfer for a Cypriot team, and that it was all due to Stavros Demosthenes' amazing work. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now, Devis Epasi is moving to his new club for free. However, there are a lot of bonuses slapped on that based off of, one, his performance for the club, but also, two, how Cameroon do in World Cup qualifying. Now, if Cameroon get to the World Cup, Dynamo Bucuresti have got to pay Garmodisa 1 million euros. 1 million euros.
Whammo!
Yeah.
Well, that way, Demosthenes and Johnny Violins can afford all the scissors they want.
Correct.
It goes snip, 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 snip. It's like when when you were a kid and you got a bit of paper and you folded it like 5 or 6 times and then you cut it and you made like snowflakes and everything. They could do that.
They could do that. They could do that. They could do that hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah. That's the news this week on Dynamo Bucuresti. I'm surprised that we have to keep talking about them. I don't know what's going on.
We need some music. We need some music.
Yeah,
Bucuresti.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some looking around for that. But yeah, so that is all the kind of like team and transfer news for this week. And up to what, yesterday morning? Half of that didn't happen until yesterday morning onwards.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet. We were saying to ourselves, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
It's too quiet.
Yeah. I believe you sent something to me along those lines, and then the morning after it was like an avalanche.
Bosh.
Yeah.
Take that, Stel. Shut your mouth, Stel.
Yeah. So
here, look, there's a comment from Alex. Predictions for our teams in Europe. I'm a bit concerned. Buffalo will have 3 opportunities to reach the group stage, but unseeded in all the draws. Omonia has the best shot, seeded all the way through. That's all.
I mean, pretty much. Buffalo will make the Conference League, for sure.
Minimum.
Omonia can make the Conference League. AEK got Europa League first round qualifiers. Hopefully they don't have the disastrous European qualification campaign that they had last year.
Yeah.
And that leaves Ari, which is completely up in the air at the moment for them as well, based off of all the crap that's going on in and around that team.
Mm.
So we'll see.
I will be honest with you, right? So if Ajax lose, do they go into the Conference League qualifiers?
Correct. Yeah.
Right. I think Ajax will get into the Conference League group stages. Omoni will get to the Conference League. And I think Bafor will get into the Europa League.
Okay.
I think Ari are going to get absolutely slapped. I'm sorry to say this, as much as I don't want them to, given their, I don't know, their lack of transfer activity, players leaving. I watched a lot of their friendly today against Slavia Prague. And again, you can't gauge it, but they didn't look right. They just didn't look right at all.
Mm.
And they need to fucking pull their fingers out, because honestly, you can't rely on Conor Goldson, Vanna Alves, and
Leon Balogun
to keep you in games. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. And last season, their biggest problem was defensively. This season, Bengtsson going, Szucki going, like, it's
that
crazy, man.
That midfield is going to be bare bones.
It's mad. Who have they got in the middle of the park? They've got Sarfor. Who else have they got? Nikolic. And he's just come back from injury.
Yeah.
Who else have they got? The Norwegian lad, Gaustad.
Yeah, but he's not a midfielder.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So who are they going to rely on?
They're stacked on the wings and up front, but nothing in the centre.
Is Montno even back? Because he was in the Gold Cup, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's on holiday?
I'm pretty sure they've given him an extra break on that.
Right. So he's not going to be 100% when he comes back.
Nope.
Mayambella, I think we've been hearing about him possibly leaving. Like, again, we don't know.
Yeah.
It's mad, bro. It's mad. I was watching them today, and that Sané at right back was terrible.
Well,
terrible.
Yeah, he's not.
We didn't even mention Baiki leaving.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that. We talked about it last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Sané he's very young. And he needs a calmer head on his shoulders, because he commits too much. He commits himself too much.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. And we've got one for PASP Corner.
Oh, we've got
PASP
plenty
Corner.
for PASP Corner, haven't we?
Yes. Well, PASP has smashed it again. They've secured a key concession in its long-running campaign for fairer military service arrangements for professional players. The Ministry of Defence has agreed to increase the number of army exemptions, allowing one additional footballer per first and second division club to continue training and competing during their military service. Now, the CFA supported the move, surprise, surprise, informing clubs they could nominate an extra player for exemption. Thus, an extra player for exemption.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Lovely, wonderful. Aren't they so generous? It's absolutely fucking brilliant. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so PASP thanked the Defence Minister, the National Guard leadership, and the President of the Republic for their cooperation. However, the development sparked quite a bit of tension with this Cyprus Sports Organisation, also known as GOA, because your mates, Yannis
Nosferatu, yeah.
he criticised Spiro.
Again.
Suggesting that suggesting he was attempting to, in inverted commas, bring trade unionism into the army. Incredible. Now this goes all the way back to 2023, where there was a controversial revision of exemption protocols, which disqualified around 70 footballers from existing arrangements. PASP responded with formal protocols advocating for a fairer system, but faced what they described as sarcasm and disregard from Goa. Now, Spiro publicly defended PASP, stating that the union representation is a right, not a luxury, and called for mature dialogue instead of personal attacks. See, Spiro seems to be the only mature one out of everyone at the moment. Goa then responded. Go on.
No, I was going to say, I mean, obviously, it's a positive thing what they've done, but in 2023, there was 70 players who lost access to these facilities.
Yep.
There's an additional one player for each first and second division team. So that is 30 players. So there's still a 40-player shortfall So whilst it's a positive that they got the additional players, that's still less than it was when the president of the republic, who says, "Oh, I'm all about the sports," restricted access to those facilities for young athletes because he's all about the sports.
Of course.
Anyway,
All about sport, mate.
Anyway, I'll let you carry on.
No, I was just going to say that. Where was I? So, Goa basically said, we're just implementing the defense ministry's data, deflected and basically deflected the responsibility for the original restrictions. So, obviously, it's passing the buck. Obviously, it's not our fault. We're just doing what we're told, kind of thing. When in actual fact, you could have actually done a bit more to help the situation. And then they accuse Spirov of being sarcastic and, oh, you can't take criticism and blah blah. Yeah.
Well, the guy who went on Facebook to attack Spiro 2 weeks ago it's the one that's saying, I don't like him. He might be an Apoel fan, but I don't like him. I don't like him.
Yeah, and he makes no secret of it either, which is a bit weird.
I don't mind it. I don't mind that he makes no secret about it. We know the president of the republic as well is a Bafos fan. I don't mind it up to a certain point. However, you are in a position in government. You're in a serious top position in government, and you're in charge of all the sporting infrastructure and all the associations which run the sports in the country, on the island, right?
Yeah.
So you should have a little bit of a sense of decorum and do your fucking job.
Decorum?
Instead of going on podcasts and talking about a match that you went to in the 70s, yeah? Fucking Nosferatu looking motherfucker. He was saying he was 9 years old on that podcast for that match he was talking about, right? And I'm pretty sure you look at photos of him when he was 9 years old, he looked exactly the fucking same. Anyway, that's me.
Kumar's gone, and now this guy's coming, and he's your public. Get Spire's gone, Kumar's gone. Now you've got a pantomime villain.
I gotta say as well, they're all bold.
So are we.
I know. It might be
giving us a bad name.
Reflection,
Giving us a bad name.
But yeah. He's next. He's next on my list.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it for PASP Corner.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Yeah. So let's talk about the ladies. Let's talk about the ladies, because something happened with the ladies, didn't they? So one of the first things that Loizidis has brought in is this thing for the women's championship for the 2025-2026 season. All right. So, in essence, the Cyprus FA has delivered an ultimatum to the first division teams that, in essence, by the 25th of July, they need to announce that they will either have a women's team in the women's championship, an under 18, under 15, under 13, or under 11s girls team. Now, caveat on that, a lot of the first division teams already have under 18s, under 15s, under 13s, or under 11s girls teams. So the obligations there for first division teams don't really change. But anyway, yeah. Well, look, I'm trying to do something for women's football, but I'm being hampered by what the teams themselves are doing. Anyway, there will be a championship format, but that will be determined further once the number of teams which are registered are officially announced. They're going to have a minimum quota for local players, where each team must start matches with at least 6 players who are eligible for Cypriot national teams or hold Cypriot citizenship.
We
or
don't even have 6 teams.
were registered in the CFA player registry at or before the age of 18. At the moment, there are 4 teams.
Yep.
There's Apollon, Aris, Omonia, and Lefkothea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, back onto the minimum quota. Teams must send a match with at least 4 of those players on the pitch. A failure to comply results in a €500 fine per missing player. Age eligibility. You can play anyone from the ages of 14 up. They can use up to 2 players over the age of 13 as long as they have a valid medical certificate. So that's good, isn't it?
Yep.
Each club may register up to 20 professional players over the age of 22. At least 10 of those slots must be filled in by Cypriots. If a club does not have 10 such players, then the amount of players that they are able to register gets reduced. Players eligible for the national team selection or holding Cypriot citizenship can be counted among the 10 required locally developed players. No clubs may register more than 3 non-EU players. Women's teams must employ a head coach which has a minimum UEFA A coaching license. An assistant coach needs a minimum UEFA B license. And these coaches must have no other jobs. It can only be coaches for the women's championship.
You cannot work elsewhere.
Yeah, so this is the bit in the notes that I put, right? Apoel, Olympiacos, Paphos, AEK, Achna, and AEL, that's 6 teams, right, in the first division, already operate an under-18s girls team. And then you've got Apollon, and Omonia, and Aris, who have already got their women's teams. So 9 out of 16 teams are already doing the minimum, right? Are the other 7 teams going to go, oh yeah, we're going to start a women's team within the next 3 weeks?
Well, Thasso, we've been saying this for a long time, right? On the one hand, I understand that having a women's team is going to lead to a bigger financial outlay, wages, etc., etc. However, you have European spots available. Ari are going to be in the Conference League. I think Apollon are going to be Champions League qualifiers. Yeah. Well, if you invest in your women's team, your chances of qualifying for group stages increase, which means the money will come in, the sponsors will come in. There's a big, how can I put it? There's a lot of emphasis on women's football at the moment. Yeah. It's a money spinner. It really is. But they don't see things like that. They don't see things like that. They just see it as, hey, what's the point? What's the point? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to do what we can to help the women's game in Cyprus. And on Friday, I'll be recording a podcast with Maria Sava that got goal of the season for Ari. There you go.
Hey, nice.
All being well, inshallah.
Now, however, in the theme of this is just the beginning and keep watching and all this business, this afternoon,
in the beginning,
Olympiacos dropped something on Instagram, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, so this could be one of 2 things.
Yes.
Because they say as well, kind of in the tagline for the Instagram post, is for the first time in our history, ... So, one of 2 things with that silhouette, obviously, is they're either going to, tomorrow announce at 9:30 in the morning, they're going to announce that they're going to create a women's team, or they've signed Edgar Davids.
I'm hoping it's the former.
Yes. Now, again, it will do more for Cypriot football because there's another outlet for all those girls that are in their under-18s team, obviously. So that's only a positive thing. However, based on the rules that the Cyprus FA has put there, are they just going to rebadge that under-18s team to be like, it's not an under-18s team anymore, it's a women's team?
Possibly, but that means they're just going to have a whole bag of 17-year-olds running around.
Yep, pretty much.
And that is dangerous for me. And I'll tell you why. Because obviously, it's the same really for men. If you have a team of 17-year-olds playing against 27, 28-year-olds, the physicality, this and that. But obviously, women's bodies are different as well. They go through certain changes. You know, I don't know. They need to think this one through. While it's a good thing that it's going to be repackaged and, yeah, we've got a women's team, whatever, you can't just have 15, 16, 20 players that are fucking under 18 playing against grown women. You can't. You can't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't. And I'll tell you what, some of the tackles that I see flying in the women's game in Cyprus, I'm just saying.
Well, that's the other thing as well, is in the women's game, there's already like a higher incident of ACL injuries as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So that will only make things worse.
That's right.
Now,
so let's see.
The 25th of July is still 3 weeks away. There's still plenty of time for teams to announce what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just thinking, this is just the beginning. Apoel announced.
I'm not going to play it again.
No, but that can't be it, can it? That they're just announcing that they're announcing a women's team from it.
Now you say that. Could do. Could be.
Maybe, but maybe it's the Somadio that's doing it rather than the company.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me put
it.
I'll tell you what. Let me put it out on X. Yeah. Let me put it on X right now. Don't go be a little mischievous. Could this be a an announcement for an Upwell women's team? People are going to go crazy over this one. Done. Could this be an announcement for an Upwell women's team? George, retweet it for Bants. That's what, retweet it. Retweet it for a laugh. We're going to troll live on air. Fuck it.
Do
it. Do it. Yeah. There you are.
There we go. Done.
Yes. Come on, George. Where are you? Retweet it.
Anyway.
And anyone else that's watching live, retweet it.
We got one more thing to talk about.
Trollolicious.
Trollolololo. We've got one more thing to talk about.
Oh.
Yeah, and that is
Bombardillo crocodillo.
That is time. It's time to. It's time to turn the circle.
It's time to spin the wheel. What is coming? We don't know. Spin the wheel now.
Very good. Now, so again, STOK Judicial Committee. They're good lads. They're good lads. STOK Judicial Committee. However,
but before you carry on, I'd like to say thank you for introducing me to that website, because we're gonna have more content for the book.
I know.
Moving forward,
it's amazing. So we're now in March. We're now in March, so we're
March
getting close to
2025.
the end of the season now. However, there's a big thing that happened in March, especially in a game between Iaganthu and Abeb Bitilias.
Okay.
And specifically their Iaganthu staff member, Andreas Breza. So it was already a bad-tempered match with two players and a physio sent off towards the end of the game, with one calling the referee Achristos Jahabaros, another violently pushing an opposition player, and a third calling the ref Vlaga Achristo Jahabaro. Right.
Amazing.
Now,
Amazing
however,
choice of words.
Breza, he got a red card for calling the ref and his assistants useless idiots. But after he received the red card, he went up to the assistant referee and pushed him with force. So, part of the judicial committee's explanation for what they decided for him was that he'd already got banned for 4 games and fined this season for insulting a referee. Now,
Crying out loud.
Breza knew what was coming for him, so he sent a letter of apology to the judicial committee stating, "First of all, I certainly regret my inappropriate behavior and would like to apologize in advance." Full stop.
No.
All right, that's where it should end, right?
Yeah.
But-
There's a but, isn't there?
Yeah, in essence, according to what the judicial
Almost.
committee wrote.
Almost. There's the word
said-
almost.
However,
I knew it. Almost.
he stated that 1, he never ran onto the pitch. 2, he didn't push the assistant referee. And 3, it was their fault anyway because they were poor referees.
Accountability. Miden.
So-
Miden.
but
Non-existent.
This is what I like. This is what I like about the STOK Judicial Committee, right? Because I'll just read the conclusion from them verbatim. Such an apology, like they put apology in inverted commas, such an apology cannot be accepted by the Judicial Committee and is rejected. A penalty of 8 months disqualification and a €350 fine is imposed, in addition to the 3-match ban he would have got for getting the red card in the first place.
All he had to have done, as you said, when that full stop is there, Gani.
Gani,
Gani.
stop. That's it. But no.
Laxadin Benna. Yeah. Close your laptop, Gani.
But instead, he had to. However. Almost. So yeah, that happened. So that's 8 months from March. So what's that? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, plus an additional 3 games on top of that.
Fucking hell.
So basically,
And then there's the Christmas break in January. Brother Chronia.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, one more thing as well, is very quick, is that, as we talked about previously, Cypriot international player, and let's call him a legend because he scored that equalising goal against Portugal to make it 4-4 in injury time. But anyway, Andreas Avram is head coach of Trullus FC, right? On 12th of March, he received a red card in the 53rd minute of their game versus Abona Anayas. And he shouted, "Didi azre vlaga die Didi." 4-match ban, €200 fine. Thank you very much.
Hold on. All he said is, "What have you given referee?"
Yeah. No, he gave him
That's
a
it.
as well.
I called him a vlaga.
Vlaga die Didi.
I didn't hear that bit. Okay. Well,
4-match ban, €200 fine. I told you they don't fuck around. And that week, right? That week in the Judicial Committee comments, That
had
was
a
the
piss up.
only thing.
They had a piss up with the fines, didn't they?
They must have done, because that was
They
the
went
only
bouzouki
thing.
and everything.
It was the only thing that was written in the fines
What was
for that week.
Was Annavishi in concert that weekend? They had the right jolly up
Ah,
at the Annavishi concert.
beautiful,
sure.
beautiful, beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, that was fun.
There you
Until
go.
next week.
It's time to spin the wheel. What is coming? We don't know. Spin the wheel now.
And that's it, boys and girls. We're done. Another week. Of
Fuck.
fun.
Yeah.
Right. We are on Instagram and X at This Is Mappa. Thaso is at Flares Cafes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Visit nc-network.com for articles and all that kind of stuff. We haven't done one for a few days. One is coming. And also, don't forget, if you want, you don't have to, but we've got a little Patreon that we started. Join up. We're going to put some exclusive content in there. You're going to see more of Thaso. Obviously, more, not like, excuse me. Oof.
It's not OnlyFans, it's Patreon.
Yeah, it's Patreon. So we did a show yesterday, how the season was won. I don't know how I did it, to be honest, because I had a script and it disappeared and I fucked it. But it worked out all right. But we're going to be doing more and more stuff, more and more content. And yeah, that is it. Thaso, want to add anything else?
Yeah, it's fine.
You done?
Yeah,
all right,
I mean-
well, listen. Since you're done, there's only one way to go out.
Ricky Siki, Ricky Siki, Olo Benun,